welcome everybody to BOTG League. We have one match here for you today. Unfortunately, I think we had a couple issues with our second match, but we are jumping right in. We're just gonna hop in. We got YaBoi versus Hanime Herc today. So, Vengeance, how you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. It's nice to be back casting. It's been over a week since last time I got to, so it's good to get back into things, and hopefully we get to have a really good set here.
Yep, starting off picks bans. We got a Thor ban right off the bat, and what do you have anything you're looking for with these comps, with these drafts here today?
No, I don't. Because there's so many bannable gods right now that are just top tier. Like as you see the Afro ban coming out, you know, it's been Afro, Hell, Thor, Hunbots, Heimdall, Morgan. Now that they're back, there's just so many different things that at this point, outside of a few picks that might annoy you, the top bans, you might be better off just banning what the other team's good at if you've played them enough.
That's fair, and like you said, there are so many top tiers that can be banned. You could also throw an Arthur into that mix, preferably, and Yemoja as well. So we got quite a bit here to ban out. Looks like it's going to be a Mori ban. No double ult shenanigans coming out here today. But I'm looking to see who decides to go for the early aggression here. We've been seeing some Hercules start coming back into meta. We're starting to see some Ullr. The Ullr Herc lane, notorious for that early pressure, and Hunbots ban coming out. That's an interesting one for me.
This is honestly, the Hunbots ban is pretty typical jungle ban for me. Is Fear No Evil is just too good at separating any engagement or just forcing you where your team doesn't want to go, and it's a good beads burner. So get that out of the way, especially if your comp's not going to be something focused around it. It's just too much against you. Like, it doesn't even matter that his scaling was nerfed on his autos or his 3 was nerfed slightly. He's got really good clear all game, and then his ultimate just too much pressure and too much chaos for.
Well, yeah, good character to ban out then. Camazotz last ban can flex into solo and jungle, preferably solo, I would say, but we're looking to see what we still got left on the table. We got Yemoja left on the table, and it's going to be a Horus bin to round it out. So that leaves Yemoja still on the table, Hell still on the table, and I'm not sure what you first pick. It's going to be the insta-lock Hell. Wow.
This is a little risky because you have Ravana and Serket both on the table. Serket, not the greatest jungler right now, but still good enough to deal with healing gods. And Odin is still out. He's good jungle. He's okay in the solo. So it's really one of those situations where first picking Hell, we understand why Hell's first picked a lot because, you know, healing, sustain, she's been buffed recently as well. It's been a few patches since she's been touched at all. But it's still a risk in that first slot. So this is something that tells me they know the other team can play it well. So they want it, and they want to take it away before leaving an opportunity to have it.
For sure, for sure. And immediately we see one of the best Hal counters, arguably, in the Sobek, with the anti-heal, the pluck potential, able to just really lock down this Hell, and it's going to be a Raven, another great answer into Hell. So immediately right off the bat, this Hell pick is looking not as great, and we're going to double down on healing, it looks like, and just go for the Yemoja.
Yeah, if they lock in this Yemoja here, this tells me, which they do, between Sobek and Raven. Sobek's got anti-heal in his kit. Raven's should be going brawlers, speed stick immediately. And the nice thing about having Sobek Raven is that Hell now has to choose in her light stance what she's going to CC immune. Are you going to CC immune the pluck? Are you going to CC immune the root? What is it you're going to do early on? Right now, until the mid lane's pick, all you have to worry about is Raven's CC. So it's very easy to cleanse that instead, but he's still a high damage early pressure god.
And we have the Hercules coming out now to round out this top 3 picks. Now, do you think the Sobek's going into the solo lane, or do you think the Hercules is going into the solo lane?
Hercules should be going support 100% here. Like you said earlier, he's a great early aggression god. Horus being banned specifically for this situation because of Hercules into Horus. I'm going to give that to Horus every time, especially with his ultimate being able to take his entire team wherever you want. So Hercules, I think, is a good pick. Jing obviously picked up by the other team right now on order side. And this is, I do like this. The Jing just has so much taken away without the Herc or Horus support.
Yeah, the Jing is going to be able to free farm pretty well. I really like it into the Hercules, actually, because Hercules tries to hit the pluck. Jingwei's just like, nah, I'm out, dog. Also into the Sobek, or another really good answer. The Sobek has a really hard time locking down this Jingwei. So we have the Nike ban, Arthur ban, and then a Nuwa ban coming out as well.
Yeah, Nuwa, one of the more recent niche picks who's felt, a lot of people felt like she's gotten stronger, and with the recent buff making her minions, it will charge sooner and faster to gods. They'll go to the wave, but if a god gets too close, they will prioritize now, whereas before it felt like there was some clunkiness in their programming. So Iris decided to kind of clean that up, but because of this, Nuwa has felt stronger all of a sudden. And then Arthur and Nike both being banned out. And I like the Nike ban because Nike jungle disrupts so much and does a lot of damage. You know, she was frowned upon for so long due to, you know, feeling like she didn't do much as a tank. But then people realized she's got good damage.
That Nike brings a lot of damage and is a really good flex as well. So overall, YaBoi, here we kind of see doubling down on this safe healing comp. And then we have Hanime over here, kind of early aggression, looking to come out the gate swinging. And to round out this draft, we're going to see a Hachiman to start. Now, this Hachiman just brings a lot of things to the table. He's just the overall hunter's hunter. He brings decent enough lane clear, really good safety, and he just doesn't die.
You know what I'm surprised about?
What are you surprised about?
That's not an Ullr.
That's not an Ullr. You're absolutely right.
Ullr's not banned either. And the fact that Hachi is good in Jingwei, but Ullr early on with Hercules, even if she gets her dash off from a Herc pluck, you can axe stun her out of it, get your combo off, and essentially have her dead very quickly. So I don't mind the Hachiman pick. I feel Ullr would have been a lot stronger.
Wow, we actually see the Nemesis lock in on the side of YaBoi. Recently buffed, has gotten Golden Blade buff as well, so we'll see what happens. Do you like the Nemesis?
The Nemesis is interesting. I do think she's gotten a lot better. I don't think people have kind of respected her recent buffs. I don't know how I feel about Golden Blade with her, though. I do understand, like, it's got that recent buff, but I still feel like that's more like Arachne, Kali, Merc territory than it is Nem. I'd rather see Nems picking up Pen with attack speed and just try and burst out these tanks with the ultimate so that you're gaining that protection, but you're still shredding people at the same time. Something with like Crusher, Yotum's Brawlers. I'm not sure I'd run Golden Blade on her.
I've tried it in a few games. It feels okay, but Vengeance, overall, who do you give this draft to? Who do you think won this draft?
Wow, this draft, from the comp looks, I favor Hanime Heroes with this one. You've got Merlin, Sobek, Ravana, Herc, and Hachi. These are all great combinations. And Ravana early game, if they play this right, Merlin's just going to snowball off of his pressure. Even with the hell in the game, you have a team that applies anti-heal very easily.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm looking at Hanime Heroes come out the gate swinging here with this Ravana, with this Sobek, with the Hercules. And they need to put on the early pressure, otherwise this healing is going to get out of control.
That is going to be the story of this game. Can Hell and Yemoja keep their team alive long enough and do the damage? Or is Ravana early game just going to snowball his team?
So interesting enough, on the Hercules support, we actually have an Ankh coming out first relic now. It's not upgraded, unfortunately. I am a huge fan of the upgraded Ankh. It just negates healing so well and makes you take extra damage if you are healing. So interesting not to see that coming out. We also see the tier 2 book coming out on Hell. So looking to get some early power, an early Book of Thoth out here for this Hell.
Yeah, the early book start for Hell, it's not common, but it is understandable. You know, you want to get that stacks going, get the mana sustain, have the extra mana power, because she does burn through it very quickly, especially when switching stances in team fights often.
For sure. A lot of early power coming out of that Book of Thoth. Looking to aggress early, I think. Hell does not have a bad early game by any means. She can just absolutely swing if you don't respect her damage. Especially against a Merlin, who might not be playing and respecting that Hell damage, I could totally see an early kill in this middle lane.
Yeah, but instead it does look like they are respecting damage. However, downinit has to respect Osiris damage a little bit more, falling below half health, having to retreat behind his incoming wave. as you said, Merlin was playing respectful to damage, so he just clears his own red buff, and after clearing the wave with hell.
Nice Hercules pluck, pulling the Yemoja back in. I feel like she's pretty safe, though. I don't know if this Yemoja is ever really going to die. I feel like she has so many tools to get out of Hercules damage, whether it be the stun that gets bigger if you're point-blank range, or the 3 to just push themselves out.
No, I think early on, before level 3 is definitely your best time to be able to kill her quickly. I think just because they had the wave pushed up so much, the kill potential was lost due to tower being so close.
And you're right, we're not going to be seeing this Golden Blade rush on the Nemesis. Instead, I imagine probably going into either a Crusher or a Brawler's Beat Stick. I feel like the Crusher gives her a little bit more attack speed, which she desperately wants to just shred down these tanks and shred down these carries. So no Golden Blade coming out from the Nem.
No, even though there is a Herc and Sobek in the game, I wouldn't do Brawler's Beat Stick till 3rd item after you finish Boots and Crusher, or even Yotoms. Just because that's when the healing will be a little more relevant.
A lot of early fighting coming out in the mid lane. ShadowPossession under a little bit of pressure from King Boo and Reyhum. Nemesis just wasn't there. It was a 2v1. Hell wasn't respecting the 2v1. Eat some poke for it, but it's Hell, so who cares?
Yep, healing all the way back up at the cost of his mana bar, though. So, speaking of needing respect, Steamroller is not respecting damage coming from YaBoi at all in this dual lane.
Almost got stunned out by the Yemoja there. Now, this is an interesting situation here. We have Steamroller at like less than a quarter HP. We got Twizzix healing up, so this Hercules is gonna have to back pretty soon here.
Yeah, unless he's waiting for his heal to come up, which he could be, because he's got plenty of mana to stay in lane and use it. I would be more concerned about him getting a little over aggressive, as it looked like he was starting to get in that dual lane at such low health, because if he gets first blooded by this combo, it's gonna leave SuperStiition in a really bad and awkward situation, because that's gonna put Jingwei and Yemoja up on the duo.
Especially when you're running a Hercules trying to get this early pressure. If that Hercules gets pressured out, he did have to back actually. So this Hercules not doing exactly what Hanime Heroes wants it to do.
No, they had one attempt, but because it was so close to tower, the Yemoja was able to just walk away. But now being level 4, it's been made even harder because she's got her little escape portal. And oh, this does not look good for possession. King Boo gets the kill, no ultimates used, but the ultimate coming out from them. Steamroller finishes off with the Ravana ult coming on the back end.
Lot to break down there. So immediately we see the Hell pressing up too far in the lane, not respecting the Ravana damage. Ravana just acts like he's gonna let her get away, blinks back on her, and then Steamroller also makes a rotation to mid really early, which catches both Emmsie and ShadowPossession by surprise. An excellent pluck by Steamroller there to bring back Emmsie into the fight, gets the kill on Emmsie as well. So 2 kills over the way to Hanime Heroes, and that's exactly what you want your Hercules to do.
Yeah, and that rotation actually perfectly timed him to where he was able off the kill to hit level 5 ahead of Twizzix, even though he had a back early on, but because he was able to full buy boots, didn't really affect him having a back. And thankfully, his ADC station was able to play safe, so there was no risk at all, and the reward is a kill plus a higher XP.
And we see the Hercules immediately rushing into the Warrior tab. This Hercules is saying, "Man, I want to be swinging this game. I want this early game to feel so bad for you guys that I'm just gonna punish you." And this boulder, it is no slouch in damage.
Yeah, and for Hercules, even Horus is normally you would see the movement speed boost, but because of recent nerfs to that, it's maybe not as favorable for supports.
A nice pluck again. Steamroller showing the potential of this Hercules. Nice pull onto Twizzix there. Gonna have to sit back and heal for a little bit. Maybe pressure this invade while YaBoi has to heal up.
No. King Boo in the jungle looking to try and strip something out, but instead YaBoi coming, trying to meet them to prevent any pressure under the red buff. So instead, they're gonna have to settle for the mini harpies, which, if you get those timers, could cause a little bit of an XP crumble for YaBoi.
Oh, did Steamroller get that? No, Steamroller unfortunately did not get that. Boulder used, but instead, YaBoi able to secure their own red. That would have been a pretty cheeky steal, to be fair. So
that would have been, if timing was a little bit early. No one had really done much outside of a couple autos yet.
Yeah, unfortunately no ward on that. Oh, looks like there's a free ward on that red buff, so just trying to steal it out. Merlin under a little bit of pressure now. Twizzix trying to sit in mid and regain some of this lost pressure. Hell, amazing poke. Why is this character not nerfed?
She has all of this good early because she doesn't have an ultimate, and it does a lot of the time feel like she does a little too much damage in her dark stance early on between her 1 and 3. Both of them her 2 no less early on. It does protection, shred, and dark stance as well. So it's a little interesting when you put all that together. It's like it almost feels like ultimate damage the whole game.
Exactly. This character, in my eyes, just does not have a bad stage in the game. Like, you can pressure her hard in the late game, don't get me wrong, but she's so safe with her cleanse and her healing that it's harder to punish than I think it should be. We already see the Book of Thoth coming out for Hell. Hell already has 30 stacks on this Book of Thoth. This Hell is actually not that far behind, but under pressure now in mid.
Yeah, the cleanse comes out, but it does not matter. Twizzix putting the wall up, can't save possession. Ultimate coming out of King Boo to finish him off, and now Hell's 0-2. This is the time for Reyhum to really take advantage of farming, get ahead, and start putting this Hell farther and farther behind. And as long as they keep this pressure up and this Hell isn't allowed to do anything freely, this is completely going to run into Hanime Heroes' favor unless they have a really bad team fight.
Absolutely. This Hell, though, I'm not too worried about it, though. Already has the Book of Thoth online, already has the CDR boots. Merlin immediately should be building into this Divine Ruin. Ravana immediately should be going into the Brawler's Beat Stick. Ooh, unfortunate. Steamroller just barely off the mark onto Demi. Maybe I could have gotten a kill there. Imagine a Herc pluck into a Sobek pluck under tower. That'd be that'd be a combo.
That would be a lot of damage, especially since downinit does have his ultimate able to slow him inside of that tower. But Demi does have his ult, so he would have just been able to ult out, get away for free. The interesting thing is here, though, downinit has a slight XP lead, about half a level. He was level 9 when Demi was level 8, just hitting 9 recently here in a few seconds ago. So this is something that you don't usually see. Sobek out clearing the warrior, especially in Osiris, and able to just out farm. So it looks like there may have been a lot of poke fighting where Demi just is fighting a little more often he can chew.
Yeah, I think that really comes down to this Mage's Blessing picked up by the Sobek. It gives him a little bit of extra clear, a little bit of extra damage, a little bit of CDR, and then immediately into the Power Boots. And now these Power Boots are going to just help him sustain back up more and clear faster. He doesn't want to be clearing more often. He doesn't want to be spamming those abilities, I guess. He wants to just one-shot this wave. And Sobek with Power Boots, that's pretty scary. His ult is no slouch in damage either.
No, the Lifesteal Boots, I do like this option against the early game Osiris, especially because he's got Glide Shield. It does help him keep up with sustain and apply pressure in a different way than you normally see.
Oh, no driving strike for the Hercules. Hell had no beads there. Gonna aggress onto her. This is not a good fight for YaBoi.
No, Steamrollers. Oh, man. Finishing off Twizzix with the ultimate. Shadow Possession falling very quickly. King Boo blinking in to secure that. Gold Fury, though, being done by Anime, and Steamroller says, no, you're not getting close. However, Emmsie uses the ultimate and says, sit down, roller. You can dash into me, but that's only guaranteeing your death. However, 2 for 1 in Gold Fury in favor of Hanime Heroes.
On the bright side of YaBoi, though, that was a shutdown. Nemesis did get the shutdown on 2 Steamrollers, so give him a little bit extra gold on your Nemesis. Did go into the Crusher. Now we see Robin actually going into the Crusher instead of the Brawler's Beat Stick. That's an interesting choice for me. There's so much healing on the side of YaBoi. I would have wanted that Brawler's Beat Stick online as soon as possible, and he's not going into the next item either. He's going into an Arendite.
Yeah, it is a little concerning that he's not at least doing it third. I do understand not going at first. You know, he's been applying so much pressure, doing so much damage to possession that, you know, it may not be needed immediately. But putting it off past third item is giving possession and Twizzix a lot of free casting on their heals.
Oh my gosh, Steamroller getting chunked down by the Yemoja and the Hell damage. That's some crazy amount of damage right there, especially under Hercules. Oh, I guess Hercules doesn't have any protections online. He instead opted into this early Shield of Regrowth, choosing the mobility over the tankiness here.
And it looks like he's going to be doing that for his third item as well, possibly a Relic Dagger coming out, or Wing Blade to deal with the slows. So he's not going to be very tanky at all for a while, and that could be concerning for team fights that are going to start soon.
Interesting set of events there. The mobility that we were actually just talking about got Hercules out of the Yemoja ult. We saw a good Hell Cleanse there actually too, to prevent Ravana CC from coming out. So overall, we trade the Yemoja ult for nothing, so win there for Hanime Heroes.
Yes, it is a win to have that ultimate down. It's a pretty big team fight ultimate, but you have to be pressuring the other team too with it down, and it looks like, unfortunately, Possession doing so much damage, Hanime can't really afford to right now.
Nemesis ult coming out onto Hercules. He goes down so low. King Boo going down extremely low as well. Shadow Possession in turn, though, going down. Unfortunately there, we saw YaBoi just diving a little too deep, chasing kills, and leaving Shadow Possession out to dry.
Yeah, leaving him out to dry. It's not to play with the Merlin game, but speaking of being left out to dry, SuperStiition solos BrayG on his side of the map. But in mid lane, Boo doing everything he can to survive, and he's dodging and weaving. Holy cow, Emmsie unable to finish it, and Reyhum says instead you're gonna go down instead.
Ravana just a little too slippery, hard to lock down with his kickflip. I've said it before, this is like one of the best abilities in the game for a reason. It is so hard to lock down Ravana. He's so annoying to chase, and if you invest too much in him, you're gonna get punished. So there we see Emmsie going a little greedy for this Ravana, and overall, he just gets traded instead.
Yeah, and Shadow comes through with to secure his own buff that looked like it was gonna go the way of Hanime Heroes. A little cheeky one ability coming out, exploding on the target. Oh, that's gotta leave a bad taste for Roller and Reyhum.
Just snuck it right in there. So overall, we see about, can we actually pull up the graphs here real quick? I want to see XP leads as well, but it looks like we have about a 3k gold lead coming out. 3,500 gold lead here. 4k gold lead though, so now I'm not so much worried about this gold difference, but this XP difference is when I start worrying.
This XP difference, there's about 1 level advantage for every spot. I believe there's a 2 level either in ADC or the mid lane right now, and this gold 3200, it can be a lot early on, especially if most of it's on one person because of the power spikes, but right now it looks like it is spread out pretty evenly for Hanime Heroes, so a little advantage here and there, but nothing too big. Gold Fury applying most of that gold lead. Kills there definitely help. Steamroller though. 2 ultimates getting used, and he just gets finished off by Twizzix. But that is the ultimate from Yemoja and Nemesis, which then turn the tides of a team fight.
Absolutely, and especially with this Oni Fury coming up pretty soon, I'm looking at Hanime Heroes saying, hey, Yemoja ult's down, Nemesis ult's down, let's just pressure this Oni Fury out. We're going to have the tools to deal with them. So I think this next big contest is going to be over this Oni Fury, and if YaBoi can get this Oni Fury, I think this game is pretty even, and it will definitely get these healers into a better spot to where they can just start spamming, and make it towards this mid game a little bit more smoothly.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing is YaBoi's going to have to win a pretty big team fight or sneak it because there's a Merlin on Hanime Heroes, and if they have any aware of what's going on, it's going to be really hard to secure with him up. And we just saw it. Soul Lane down it had 2 on him. They couldn't secure the kill. Demi's still just under half health, under half mana. So Hanime Heroes had an opportunity to apply pressure somewhere else, but instead decided to farm. So the Oni Fury's not going to have anyone go on it for a couple minutes, but if Shadow Possession dies here, Hanime Heroes may decide to force the issue.
Absolutely. I'm looking to see if this Osiris decides to teleport back to lane or not, or if he elects to save it. If he elects to save it, it looks like he's going to teleport. But if he elected to save it there, I would feel that YaBoi could have actually pressured this Oni Fury a little bit harder, and maybe could have actually looked to pull the trigger on this with Nemesis ult being back up and Twizzix ult being back up again. This is the Hanime Heroes did not punish these ults going down in the mid lane, and it looks like we're going to see a dance around this Oni Fury coming up.
Mid lane, it does look like they're trying to get something here. It appears they do want pressure and targets picked so they can get the objective, but YaBoi doing a smart job sitting back, knowing that Steamroller's been able to hit these pucks pretty well. Just misses the one on BrayG there. So for now, YaBoi being safe, but Demi forced into the ultimate to get away. A lot of damage done to him very quickly, caught completely out of position there, trying to get the good flank.
Yeah, there we see the power of the disruption and the displacement. ShadowPossession getting pulled back in, though, has to beads. Sobek now looking for... Oh, this is going to be a huge team fight.
KingBoo ulting in, trying to get damage done, but it is on the Osiris Demi. BrayG instead will take down Downit. And now members are still pushing, but it's Emmsie. He's cleaning KingBoo up pretty quickly. Steamroller gets stunned out. Reyhum trying to apply damage to force them off, but instead having to force away with the tether. Roller stunned out, but he's just walking away. The lack of anti-heal on him. The ultimate, though, does damage to Emmsie and Demi, but Demi doesn't take much due to his tankiness.
Okay. So that was a really, really good team fight from YaBoi. This is an interesting call for me, though. I don't know if I like going to this Pyromancer instead of going to Oni Fury. I feel like this is definitely... They could have gone for this Oni for sure and pressured out Hanime Heroes some more. Or if you know that they're going to this Oni Fury, why not just pull Fire Giant?
Yeah, I understand that you chased on that side. Fire Giant, I don't think would be the call here. I don't think they have quite the damage yet. The Jing Wei, you know, just having Emmsie now tier 2, looking for probably Kinsai, possibly Aussie. But Fire Giant definitely would have been a risky call. Most likely lose 1 or 2 for the damage it would do. But yeah, I understand you're on the Pyro side. I think you should just play this the Ward and have gone straight to Oni instead.
100%. And now Hanime Heroes lose that fight, but at the same time, now they have to deal with these Oni waves. So... Yeah, I'm sorry, YaBoi has to deal with the Oni waves. So now, all that pressure that was just came from winning that fight is just negated. So I don't know. I don't like that call. But at least we see YaBoi actually winning a fight. And now it looks to me like this is going to be more of an even game where they know they can play up. They know that they can deal with the damage of Hanime Heroes now.
Yeah, it's still down almost 3k gold, but they have brought the XP difference back within 2,000. So that will make a huge difference in and of itself. But ShadowPossession has shown to be a big force in these fights. And this is where the lack of anti-heal comes in. And besides that last fight, Demi was heavily targeted over anyone else on his team. He had a lot of dive going towards him and a lot of ultimate abilities used that he just kind of laughed off and walked away.
Yeah, using an Osiris ultimate is not a huge deal to get out of all of that pluck potential. And I think Demi was just like, you know what, they're just kind of committing for me, why don't we just regroup and go back in once all of their stuff is down. They just use both their plucks on me, let's just take this fight, like, I'm fine. So it looks like Hanime Heroes want to start pressuring out this mid tower and start fire dancing, maybe. It looks like the Soul Lane tower is about to go down for YaBoi, though, so maybe he'll fight over here coming up.
It does look that way. KingBoo dancing over by Fire Giant. Steamroller's there as well, but they're kind of just going back and forth. Looks like they're deciding if they want to go solo or mid, but BrayG and Twizzix have stepped a little into the jungle, and it looks like KingBoo has recognized that with Steamroller. And he's going to go straight for BrayG on the back end.
Very nice pluck by Steamroller. Forces out the beads of BrayG. ShadowPossession going to go down to SuperStiition. And now Hanime Heroes are putting on the gas pedal.
KingBoo finishing off Twizzix. Ultimate being forced out of Jing Wei to try and get away from this fight. Falls into the tier 2 tower. Emmsie picking up Boo, though. Emmsie falling to Stiition off of the back end from Reyhum's damage. Denny pulled back. Stiition finishes that one. Double kill. And all but BrayG fall in this fight. This Fire Giant is as free as it can get for you. BrayG not really safe enough to contest with the ultimate down. So he's going to have to go farm. And Hanime, they had one bad team fight, brought it back for another good one, and they get rewarded for Fire Giant. And this is just what happens with little bitty mistakes and team fights. These make all the difference.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not sure how ShadowPossession died so fast there without using relics. If SuperStiition just walked in and just bursted down the hell, but it's not a crit Hachiman. So maybe a little bit of a misplay there by ShadowPossession, dying with both relics. If Hell could have survived a little bit longer, I think that fight goes a lot better for YaBoi. because ShadowPossession got picked right at the beginning there. And if Hell is able to put out more healing and more damage, I think that fight just goes so much better for YaBoi.
Yeah, I think this was more of where they caught Shadow positioning wise, because when he died, he was just surrounded. Even burning relics, there's no chance he survives. He was already so low. Reyhum's Merlin damage just absolutely shredding, especially having Divine Ruin. So being grouped up like that, Reyhum is applying anti-heal to everybody. King Boo has his anti-heal, so even though he fell, you know, with people he hit, they're gonna have it on them. And then you have the Pestilence on Steamroller. So not much you can do there. I do like the decision to save the relics if you feel you're gonna die anyways. This way you have them up for the next team fight. As you can see, there's only 2 beads down on the side of YaBoi, so they do have enough to fight, whereas Hanime had to burn multiple.
Yeah, it's going to be on YaBoi to pressure into this Fire Giant team, but I'm not sure if they even want to do that. We do see a 5-man grouping in mid here, though. YaBoi looking down to push down this tier 1 tower, and it doesn't look like Hanime Heroes can do anything about this.
No. Got caught a little bit on the back foot here, but it is only a tier 1. I wouldn't really say it's that big of a deal. You've got 4 towers left. YaBoi only has 3. You still have pressure across the map overall. And this left tier 1 is one of the 3. And Hanime has a wave up there. They're gonna do Gold Fury, and it looks like they'll be able to take the tier 1 right after.
Now, this should just be a straight up push down for this tier 2, and I expect them to then push down this tier 2 and then immediately go to the middle lane, finish off this tier 2, get even a bigger gold lead on this game, just tightening the grip on YaBoi. But overall, we actually see Emmsie and Demi pushing down the solo lane side. So if I'm Hanime Heroes, I'm saying push this down. Nemesis and Osiris are still in right.
Yeah, and you see 2 members under Phoenix. One's under tower, one was in mid, so one had a back. And knowing this is a pretty big advantage here in mid, but this Phoenix is not falling very quickly. Instead, Twizzix is the only one taking a lot of damage, but downinit is taking so much damage from Phoenix, he's actually gonna die.
Steamroller gets out with 1 HP too. That was such a good Yemoja ult. And oh my gosh, YaBoi just turned this game on its head now. That Yemoja ult was so good to split up that team fight. Not only did it stop SuperStiition from autoing the Phoenix, not only did Steamroller get forced out because he couldn't do anything in the Yemoja ult, it prevented the Phoenix from going down, which was huge. This game is essentially even in my eyes now.
Yeah, even though you're almost 4K down in gold, being able to turn that around against a Fire Giant team is very good, because that was a 2v5 at the start. You had 1 in mid, 1 backing, and 1 taking a tier 2 tower down. The fact that you were able to hold off long enough, BrayG didn't get targeted immediately, he was able to back off fast enough. Twizzix was targeted but danced around to the point where his ultimate was able to make a difference. And the rest of the team just came in and immediately collapsed. And so Hanime has just been punished for not being able to burn anyone or the Phoenix that fast.
There we saw actually XP now swings in favor of YaBoi. Dead even gold. Oh my goodness, wow. What a fight from YaBoi. Now, in the late game, I actually favor YaBoi's team comp a little bit. Just because of the Nemesis, just because of the Hell, just because of the Yemoja. And I mean, Jing doesn't have a bad late game either, am I right? So, I think Hanime Heroes is actually now on the back foot. This Fire Giant fight is going to be a big decider.
Yeah, Fire Giant spawning in the next about 30 seconds. And no one really has advantage over on the Fire Giant side. We don't really see any wards. And right now, Emmsie's over there, but he's being chased by Roller. So that movement speed and dashes, they'll let him get away. If he'd been picked there, that would have been a huge opportunity for Hanime to really apply pressure on that side of the map. So now, 1 ward down around Fire Giant for Hanime Heroes. YaBoi still actually backed off of this. No one's really trying to get near it. So this Fire Giant spawned, so Hanime can set up and start going for it.
This is funny. This is the point in the game, in my ranked games, where I'm spamming VQN. We need wards. Get wards around this Fire Giant. Because we literally see 1 sentry on fire, and now we start seeing some more wards come out. Looks like we might have a little bit of a tussle going on over here. This is some poke over warding, but This is going to be an interesting fight. I'm going to be looking on King Boo to see if he can actually get in on this team.
Yeah, Demi goes in, so he gets pulled back in again, and is getting shredded from the damage. The Merlin pull to get 3. Roller finishes Demi. Other members go down in and finish the BrayG. Shadow Possession trades him. Roller on the back end on Possession, trying to keep him out of this fight. Reyhum is going after Emmsie, who actually finally falls, almost walks out, but the Dragon's Breath too good. Possession and Twizzix now both having to retreat. 3 for 1 so far. And Hanime Heroes, they're not going to chase any further. It looks like they want to start this fire, but 2 instead are going to have to back.
Yeah, this has to be a reset from Hanime. They have to respect the healing coming out from YaBoi here. And overall, if I'm YaBoi, I'm saying, they're not pulling fire? It's not a huge loss for me. Overall, though, Hanime did not have to burn any of their defensive relics except for the Aegis on SuperStiition. So Merlin's sitting with both relics still. Hell had the beads there. Hell still has her Aegis at least. Jing still has both of her relics too, though. So overall, this is kind of a weird fight where we both have to reset. Now Hanime Heroes finally looking to pull this Fire Giant.
Yeah, they do still have the positioning advantage. They were able to get back to Fire Giant faster than the remaining members of YaBoi. However, they are here. Fire Giant, though, looks like it's going to fall just in time before anyone can get near. Now, Demi is having to run away pretty quickly.
Shengwei pumping out the damage with the Odibo. And man, when you have this Odibo plus Titan's Bane, you do so much chip damage to the team that you're not expecting. If I'm Hanime Heroes, I'm probably not trying to fight this Jingwei in a team fight situation where we're all grouped up like that. Also, with Shadow Possession slow, Hell slow is a 40% slow once it is max rank, which is so nuts. So, if I'm YaBoi, I'm actually not too worried about this. YaBoi held off 1 Phoenix defense excellently. I think they can probably do it again.
Yes, and the nice thing for them is that was not enhanced Fire Giant, so they don't have to worry about the Phoenixes falling even faster. However, they do take the primal, so when an EFG does come up, Hanime Heroes is going to have the advantage on damaging that. So, YaBoi, if they are all up, they're going to have to be a little bit better about positioning and trying to get there a little bit faster. But this tier 2, YaBoi looks like they're actually going to try and defend this, even with the Fire Giant being on Hanime Heroes.
And I love this actually. They saw that the Raven was on duo side. Raven showed, so now YaBoi is saying, hey, come fight us 5v5. If your Raven's not going to come, we're going to take this fight all day long. King Boo, they should assume that King Boo's around now, though. He's not showing in left anymore, and Wave's not pushing, so you can pretty much assume that King Boo is in mid. So now I would start backing off from YaBoi.
And Hanime pushing in, down in it, and Steamroller just W King these guys. Shadow Possession cleans up one now. However, Emmsie falls to Rollers. He took a lot of damage from the backliners he was trying to dive. Shadow Possession in trouble from Boo, but instead BrayG saving him. All this for the tier 2 to finally fall. 2 for 1 in a tier 2. Hanime Heroes on the retreat. Only 3 members with Fire Giant.
And this is where the healing is so good. YaBoi took a lot of damage. That Raven ult was huge. You saw BrayG and Shadow Possession go down extremely low there. But now they're back up to 4. It's like, okay, we can push this right Phoenix if we want to. Wave shoved. They have 2 down. Why don't we push this? So, overall, another great defense from YaBoi. Another great ult from Twizzix to split up this fight. But Shadow Possession might be in trouble here.
Yeah, he's looking like he should fall, and he does. The ultimate plus the Phoenix damage is too much for Possession to survive. And now Demi caught in the back end, and Reyhum picking him up. Steamroller just staring BrayG down. Unfortunately, though, Steamroller is still not very tanky. He's only got Pestilence, along with the shield, and the 2 movement speed items that provide health, but now Caduceus coming out, which makes him a little bit tankier, but there's no... I don't know.
Yeah,
I understand the build, but...
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. I don't know. It feels like this Hercules... If YaBoi says, we want to kill Herc will die. This is not an impossible to kill Hercules like you're used to seeing at 30 minutes into a game. Literally, he has Pridwin for defense, and he has Pesty. And Caduceus gives like a little bit of protections, but...
Now, I will say in defense of his build, there's no real anti-heal outside of Pestilence for YaBoi.
There's a Toxic Blade on the Nemesis, but if Nemesis is committing to a Hercules, in the middle of a fight, I think that's probably not going to go the way of YaBoi. Hanime Heroes looking to siege up this middle Phoenix here though. YaBoi is fully up though. Twizzix dropped that ult early, and Hanime Heroes might have to back off here.
They are backing off, but they did pull the Magi's cloak bubble off of Demi, so the next time CC comes on him within the next minute, he's not going to be able to avoid it, especially without having beads. So this is a little risky for YaBoi if Hanime decide to take advantage, but it looks like they're just going to try and get vision around the Oni Fury when it respawns and start setting up, it looks for the enhanced Fire Giant spawn, which is within the next 45.
So we're in this really interesting situation now where YaBoi have excellent Phoenix defense and Hanime Heroes are having a hard time sieging because of all this healing and all of this survivability. Now, the Nem shield does get negated by anti-heal, or I should say the heal of Nem shield gets negated by anti-heal, obviously. But the shield itself does stack up. It's a 500 health shield. It's really, really good in the late game. It's also a great AA cancel for all you Nemesis players out there. I'm looking at this Merlin to shred someone down. If this Merlin is allowed to free cast, then I think this is going to be really hard for YaBoi.
Yeah, and for the most part, this game, Reyhum has been allowed to free cast onto YaBoi. So it does seem like he'll be able to continue doing so unless Emmsie's able to get on him very quickly. And I think Demi's been trying to, but they've been collapsing really hard on him every time he goes in.
Yeah, unfortunately for Demi, Hanime Heroes have an answer for when he does decide. Here we go. We got the Sobek pluck, we got the Hercules pluck, forced to ult out. Demi does get out, probably just gonna heal back up. But that is the power of the Sobek Hercules. 1 pluck? Nah, 2 plucks. And that's a lot of displacement, honestly.
It is, but it's also used on your tank instead of any of the big burst damage dealers on this team, so it can also be viewed as a good thing that sure, it cost him his ult, but if he had ulted in and caused a lot of anti-heal with his ultimate, Emmsie and BrayG may have been able to shred some people.
Absolutely, but as you can see, Demi now healed back up to full, and we're looking to take a fight.
Yeah, YaBoi looks like they want to force the issue. Reyhum, though, cutting off aggression with that void damage. Oh man, poor YaBoi, that's perfect placement right there for Merlin's. That damage is another 3k since last checked in the last minute. Talk about free casting. This is what you want as a mid laner.
Yeah, this Merlin has so much space, and it's literally just because downinit and Steamroller, they have so much displacement potential that Demi is scared to walk up. He picks up a Magi's because he's so scared of the displacement coming out from this Hercules and Sobek. And now we have an interesting situation again. Oh, good Hercules pluck, but it's Jingwei.
Yeah, I'm down in it, not there to interrupt when he lands. Would have been risky if he was, though. So overall, getting the dash is good enough for now. But off of that, Hanime Heroes actually really want to push this, but holy K, down in it. Under half health already, holy cow.
That is the power of the full pen Jingwei, and downinit does have the upgraded TP if he does decide to back and come back in for this Fire Giant. But overall, this healing from YaBoi is so hard to answer.
Yeah, and they're doing a really good job of staying far back, so that if Hanime do get anti-heal on and they're going to wait it out, they're able to. So Shadow and Twizzix both are just instantly full healing their whole team.
This is actually really unfortunate. YaBoi doesn't have deep enough wards to realize that King Boo and SuperStiition both backed. If I think that they realize that both those players backed, they pull up this Fire Giant a little bit earlier, but they're going to pull up this Fire Giant, forcing Hanime Heroes to come fight them. And this is going to be interesting. Let's see how this goes.
Hanime Heroes are showing face. They're not really taking the bait for any fight right now, though. BrayG actually forced in and out of the pit, so he's taking a lot of free damage off of this Fire Giant, falling below half health, and YaBoi are toying with this a little too long, finally deciding to drop it. No one's gonna pick it up from Hanime, but ShadowPossession gets plucked and pushed into the Firemancer wall. Manages to walk out with the cleanse and the beads, but now Hanime Heroes taking back end damage. SuperStiition manages to pick up Demi. King Boo having to back off. BrayG ultimate out, but Twizzix falls to Stiition as well. 2 for none. downinit and King Boo will have to back to heal up, but they now have the advantage for this enhanced Fire Giant.
Yeah, really, really excellent play by Hercules there. Got the pluck onto Hell, realized it was over the wall, so it wasn't going to displace the Hell at all. and then just immediately says, hey, this buys me enough time to rotate around and get a pluck, and plucks the hell right out of the cleanse. That hell cleanse went off, and there was no one inside of it because Steamroller hit a massive push. So, Steamroller, MVP for that fight in my eyes. Really, really good disruption.
Yeah, but now, YaBoi looking to take the Oni Fury while Enhanced Fire Giant down, which is a smart take. This will allow them to have pressure off of these waves, but Shadow Possession is all alone.
Oh my gosh!
Traded Reyhum! Oh no!
Shadow Possession in that situation is just like saying, yeah, I'm dead. Let's just see what I can get. And actually manages to get Reyhum. If I'm Merlin and I'm dying there with both relics, I'm facepalming so hard because I had the chance to live there, but I didn't respect the hell damage. And so, massive play by Shadow Possession there. That was huge.
That kill is bigger than I think a lot of people would realize. Reyhum has been doing so much damage all these fights, forcing a lot of displacement just from his abilities alone. These Oni Fury waves are now able to push up, apply pressure, and without your mid laner, this is going to be really hard to even push. You have another about 15 seconds before he's up. You're going to have to wait for him. And without Enhanced Fire Giant on him, the damage is not going to be as much as it could. We've already seen them defend Phoenixes before, let alone a tier 2. They may be able to stop this Enhanced.
Yeah, unfortunately, Enhanced is just so powerful with negating, I believe it's up to 75% of those defenses on the Phoenix. I think it's going to be a lot easier for Hanime Heroes to siege this Phoenix, but if Twizzix keeps having these massive ultimates that just split up the fights, I definitely could go in favor of YaBoi. And with YaBoi getting this Oni Fury, it's bought so much time that Hanime Heroes have to go and commit to the soul inside to push up the waves. They've wasted a lot of Hanime Heroes' time.
Yeah, we're looking at about 3 minutes left for the Fire Giant to respawn, so they've got about a minute to minute and a half on this Enhanced Fire Giant. But like you said, it's taking a long time to push this up. They did have Stition over in both mid and dual lane to try and push these waves up, so they do have that going for them right now, but King Boo's going to be the one to rotate at this point, try and force the 4-1 split. If they don't respect it and commit all 5 onto this right-hand Phoenix, mid will end up going down to Boo, but it looks like BrayG is going to be dancing around with Emmsie in between.
Now, I like this call to split, obviously, because this Yemoja has been doing so much that I think the Ravana should just be sitting mid and saying, hey, if you're not going to respect me, and I don't have to deal with Yemoja if I'm sitting over here. So, good call, I think. Now let's just see how this goes. We have Shadow Possession kind of dancing in between mid and right. This is also an interesting choice. Why do you think they're just deciding to siege right Phoenix?
It's easier to take one of the side Phoenixes instead of mid, and they were already there, so it's easier to just continue pushing. But Demi Falls getting plucked into being way out of position because 2 are in mid. Hanime Heroes take advantage of that one. And unfortunately for YaBoi, they're now finding themselves in a 5v4, 4 members of Hanime having this EFG. And if they really want to, they can force this issue. Emmsie's over in mid, and Boo does have Blink and his ultimate, so he could easily be in this fight just as fast, if not faster, than Emmsie.
So Shadow Possession deciding to sit mid. Are they giving this right Phoenix? BrayG actually has to beat Aegis. Gonna have to Jing ult away as well. A good ult from Twizzix, but Twizzix is gonna fall down.
Yeah, unfortunately, that decision from Possession to rotate over to mid to help Emmsie, it was the immediate guaranteed Phoenix for Hanime. Unless Twizzix and BrayG pulled off some god moves, that was guaranteed to go down. Now mid Phoenix is going to be punished as well. If Hanime's not going to end here, I expect them to get the left hit in Phoenix as well, and then just back off, reset a little bit, or find a quick pick.
Yeah, I think they probably could have ended there. They're going to choose to play it safe and just triple Phoenix instead. Between Merlin damage, Sobek ult, and all of Ravana damage, I think they probably could have ended there, but instead, they knew their fire was about to fall off. They're going to play it safe.
Yep, we have 50 seconds till Fire Giant respawns. There'll be another enhanced, so with that, I expect Hanime Heroes to backspend whatever gold they have, get any power pots, wards, upgrade what they need to, maybe replace their boots, and then go for the fight at EFG. And YaBoi, man, they may not be able to contest it.
Yeah, if I'm YaBoi, I'm saying this is a lost EFG, and honestly, if I'm YaBoi, I'm saying what can we do in game 2 to change it up now? This is going to be such a hard defense. Being triple Phoenix is not very fun. And Hanime Heroes have a great objective burn with Merlin, so if Reyhum gets on this Titan is going to melt very, very fast.
Yeah, and to your point about what to do next game, if I'm YaBoi, I wouldn't let them have Sobek and Hercules again. And if you do let them have Hercules and you see Steamroller going the same start early, I would focus him much harder early on because he'll be lacking a lot of protection. Sure, he'll have the movement speed, but if you prevent him from having farm, gold, even just getting the kill, putting him behind will be a huge difference.
Yeah, this Hercules has done so much work. I know I said the Herc wasn't doing much in the early game, and it didn't get off to the start that it wanted to, but now this Herc is just displacing, disrupting, creating so much space for Hanime Heroes. This Herc is doing a ton of work.
Yep, now YaBoi is over by Primal, but this push coming out from Hanime Heroes, they're forcing the wave pretty quickly, and because YaBoi can see this from the minions being cleared, they have to back. That Primal Fury is going to stay standing. It's not worth losing your Titan for. So now, all Phoenix is down. Hanime Heroes with Enhanced Fire Giant are going to look to end this here.
Yeah, and they can afford to play it slow. They have Fire Waves pushing in every single lane. They have EFG for a very long time. This should just be free. This should be a free walk-in. We're going to hit Titan and cookie cutter ending.
It could be free, but there's always a chance YaBoi does something insane here. So instead, downinit's going to go down in it for this fight and then immediately displace Emmsie and BrayG, force them off. Titan steps up, Hanime Heroes back off, but downinit plucks out Demi, forcing the ultimate. Takes quite a bit of damage to Reyhum. The Hanime Heroes backing off yet again. YaBoi are just doing a really good job of positioning around this Titan, not letting anything in for free and very easily. But they do have to worry about the right-hand side minions.
Unfortunately for YaBoi, that was a really good Nemesis ult. That was a really good choice to go into that Sobek there. Unfortunately, he has upgraded teleport, and he's back at full health, and now they can just commit to Titan all over again.
Yeah, and downinit is going back in, trying to cause a lot of trouble, but falling below half health. Emmsie was trying to find something on the side, however, completely knocked away from that one. Reyhum steps up to apply a lot of damage, but nothing really set in stone. King Boo is lurking over by the solo and Phoenix, so he may be trying to force something out, but instead, members are going to pull over to secure this Phoenix, and SuperStiition getting aggressed on by Demi, almost caught completely out alone, but members rotate over.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused as to why this game is still going, in a sense. Here we have some aggression onto Twizzix, and Demi almost falls down again. King Boo with a big bolt in the backline, and this should be the game. Fire Waves on Titan, Merlin gets to cast on Titan, and that's going to be the game.
Yeah, SuperStiition securing the kill on Twizzix with the ultimate. The rest members of YaBoi were forced back very quickly. It felt like a sudden change of pace to the defense. YaBoi seems like they got a little caught off guard with that final push, so Hanime Heroes find that victory. And I'm going to say that mid to late game, they played very well. They did have the one team fight they lost, but after that, they just took everything back. A couple defenses didn't go the way they were hoping they would, so YaBoi was able to make this go longer, but at the end of the day, Hanime Heroes just decided, we want these targets, and they just kept getting them.
And overall, we see in this damage screen, we can clearly see that there's actually quite a bit of damage on the side of YaBoi. Jing Wei almost matching Merlin's damage perfectly, and Nemesis only down 1k on Ravana damage. This is actually kind of a nutty, close, even game. That was a very, very even game for a long time. YaBoi pushing back and almost got the Phoenix. Unfortunately, just over-aggressed a little bit on their push. ShadowPossession went down a little bit too early, and Hanime Heroes capitalized.
Yeah, overall, great game out of Hanime Heroes. YaBoi, they put up a fight. At the end of the day, unfortunately, it just wasn't enough.
And if I'm YaBoi going into this next game, I'm saying we have to put pressure on Reyhum. He is free casting. He is doing so much damage in these fights that our hell cannot match, unfortunately. So Reyhum needs to be pressured. We got to get this mid laner under duress.
Yep. At the end of the day, I think that does come down to how well the frontliners were able to play. I mean, there was times it looked like they were being punished, but just not enough. So hopefully, next game 2, YaBoi. Hopefully, they change things up just enough to where they've pushed the advantage completely on their favor.
Yep, so that does it for game 1, and we will be going into game 2 very shortly. We're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the BOTG Community League, Season 1, Week 1. We are back. I got vengeance. Exciting game 1. Pretty even game 1, honestly.
Yeah, there was a lot of times where it seemed to favor Hanime Heroes, and then YaBoi would bring it back. But Hanime Heroes, their late game just meshed so well together with their picks. So now, game 2, looking to change some things up, hopefully, from YaBoi, but it looks like the bans are staying similar, except this time, Hell's not going to be an option.
Yeah, instead of deciding to pick that Hell again, they decide to ban it out, afraid that Hanime Heroes would take it. See the Nike banned out. Again, Nike's a good flex, good jungler. Afro's just annoying. Thor ban, afraid of King Boo's Thor, I would assume. And I'm not sure what we're going to see. If we're going to see some more early aggression from the side of Hanime Heroes, I would like to see some more early aggression from YaBoi, actually.
It would be nice to hunt bots being banned out yet again for that Fear No Evil disruption. Kind of surprised that Hanime Heroes are the one banning the Hun bots.
For sure, and we finally see we see the Mori final ban. So first pick over to the side of Hanime Heroes. I'm interested to see Raijin still on the table. We still see Yemoja on the table, and it's gonna be the Horus hover. Now, I like this Horus, especially if Hanime Heroes are trying to aggress and get that early aggression in the early game, and it is gonna be the Horus pick.
Yeah, Horus doesn't surprise me. Was banned out last time, not this time. And the way Steamroller played Hercules, it doesn't surprise me that the Horus would be picked up here when it's open. And honestly, Hercules may be picked in response here, but I like the Horus over Herc. He's got good escape. You can pluck him, but he can dash right towards his teammate, and you're not going to be able to keep him in there anymore. So I think the Horus is favored over Hercules here, but Camazotz gets picked up most likely for the solo lane, and that's a pretty good pressure sustain pick.
Camazotz definitely pressuring solo still, even after all the nerfs. And we see the Hercules coming out, so this is interesting. We have an interesting situation here, where we have the first pick, Horus support, immediately answered by what I assume is the solo lane Camazotz and the Hercules support. So we have the supports already on the table. I'm not sure if I would have picked that Hercules there. I don't think there was any threat of Hanime Heroes picking this Hercules. So immediately now, there's still mid-prioritization for YaBoi. For Hanime Heroes. So Hanime Heroes get the Raijin.
I don't think that the Herc was to prevent it. I think it's what they wanted, because in their mind, it was most likely we're going to want Horus or Herc here to have the same kind of early aggression. But the King Arthur pick into Camazotz is interesting because Camazotz is known to kind of go against Arthur very well. It's just sustain the damage, especially when he combines his 2 and 1. You know, it's just increased. But the Raijin is coming out. Now, Merlin was left open this whole time and not picked. So, with how Reyhum played him, kind of surprised he didn't want it. But Raijin's also left up. So, it's like that pick of, I mean, sure, we could have Merlin, or we could just have Raijin with his cycle drums.
Yeah, and immediately with the mid-prio that I was talking about, now the Hanime Heroes can actually just ban out whatever mid laners they want, so they can ban out the Discordia, free ban, and on the side of YaBoi, they're gonna choose to ban out King Boo's Raven. They thought the Raven was just a little too powerful that first game, and it's also gonna be a Hou Yi ban coming out. Just wanted to get rid of that team fight potential of the Hou Yi and the tank shred.
The Raven ban does make sense, especially if they're looking to probably pick something more like Poseidon or even Scylla. Raven's got really good aggression onto any mage that lacks a good escape. Scylla does have a good one, but his ultimate is able to catch up pretty quickly. So the only issue here is Daji is still an option. So no matter what mid laner you pick here for YaBoi, if Hanime Heroes go Daji, she's going to be able to pull anyone back in, especially if they're having to beat Horus or Raijin.
Jormungandr getting covered here, so this makes it seem to believe that it's going to be a Camazotz jungle. Now, Cam in the jungle, I don't know how I feel about the Camazotz jungle. I've run it a few times in the jungle, Masters ranked level, but at the same time, it's kind of like Camazotz brings no CC to this table, and so we're completely now relying on the Hercules and we're relying on the Jing knockup and the Jormungandr knockup. So if I'm YaBoi, I'm a little bit concerned, and we need a mid laner that can bring some CC.
I think the Camazotz pick, if it is going to the jungle and this isn't Yorm mid, because we all know Yorm's got that cheeky mid capability. But if this is Camazotz jungle, I'm expecting early pressure, early presence, being highly aggressive, trying to burn this Raijin down quickly, and then rotating over. But with this Ullr picked, going over to dual lane as a Camazotz jungle is not going to be easy unless you have your ult.
Yeah, overall, we have some interesting stuff here. So, YaBoi has picked really good aggression with the Hercules Camazotz, but at the same time, they have Jing who wants to play passive in the early game. And on the side of Hanime Heroes, we have really nice aggression from Ullr, really nice aggression from Horus, and Raijin can kind of just go with the flow of whatever he wants to do. And with an Awilix as well, there's a lot of kill potential on the side of Hanime Heroes here. And Agni going to be the last pick here for YaBoi. Now, overall, looking at these two drafts, I'm going to ask you again, who do you think won this draft?
This one's hard to say because it does look like this is Camazotz jungle and you've got your Jing for the late game. Agni's good after level 5, but you do have the Yorm as well. If YaBoi play this right early on, this game very well could go in their favor based off comps alone. Hanime Heroes, I don't know how I feel about the Awilix. I get the idea of pulling people in off the leaps, but I mean, you had Daji up. They were hovering Pele at one point, which would have been a great moving around the jungle and burning kill option. I don't know how I feel about the Awilix.
Awilix obviously able to pull the Camazotz, obviously able to pull the Jing but you can't pull the Jormungandr, unfortunately. However, you can cripple the Agni mid-dash, so if Awilix could get some nice cripples on this Agni, I really love the pick here. So, overall, I think this dual lane is going to be what I'm going to be looking at here. If this Ullr Horus get off and Steamroller is allowed to just walk at people, create so much space, this is going to be a really hard game for YaBoi.
Yeah, and it's kind of surprising Ullr has been making it through these picks and bans without really being touched until now, because even in that ban, he used to be one of the top bans. And then, you get some of the gods back from being comp banned. Now he's not as important, but he's still as good as he was before. So why is he being allowed through?
Especially when you're first picking a Horus. Like, if I'm YaBoi, I'm saying, oh boy, this is the lane I do not want them to have. I do not want them to have a Horus Ullr. So, we'll see how this duel lane goes. Obviously, Hercules can pressure out, but Jing doesn't want to pressure. So, whereas on the side of Hanime Heroes, both Ullr and Horus are just looking to W-key at people. And immediately we see Horus W-keying at Jing.
Yeah, and if this is just what you're going to do with these early aggression gods, Steamrollers on the back archers, and BrayG's just like, alright, I'm going to avoid you the best I can. And Twizzix, he's not even able to go anywhere near Stition because of how Steamroller's playing. So, with that, just as expected, Hanime Heroes are playing quick lane pressure off of the waves against YaBoi. So this is going to be a little interesting to see how it goes. Unless the first blood comes in for YaBoi's dual lane, don't see them getting pressure back anytime soon.
Now, we also have a mid lane matchup that's kind of interesting, because the Agni Camazotz has pretty good early damage, but so does the Awilix Raijin. So this 2v2 in mid, in my eyes, could go either way. It's going to be whoever gets the jump first, and I think can get their damage off first, is going to win this 2v2 engage in mid. Overall, we have some matchups that tend for a lot of fighting, so this should be a fun game.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of a lot of fighting, Stition gets plucked and dashed back, but the leap into the knockup, unable to continue doing any damage, but he stays safe enough. And now, to your point about fighting, you have a Yorm Arthur lane in solo. One thing I want to point out is that Jormungandr is ahead in levels. This is because he started his spit instead of his 2. So he was able to have damage on the wave, not lose any farmer XP, and get his blue buff at the same time early.
Overall, Jormungandr with an early lead over here. Gonna be answered back down on it level 3 as well. But here we have Emmsie looking for a potential gank on the Steamroll and SuperStiition. And I think this gank's just done. This is over.
I am shocked that Emmsie took that so slow. His blink is up. He could have blinked straight in on, and if Horus went for the CC, you've got Twizzix and BrayG there to bring him back. I'm a little surprised at the decision not to blink in on a gank in dual lane.
Yeah, I think he was probably waiting to see if Twizzix would hit a pluck or anything, and I don't think that's all entirely on Emmsie. I think if you're playing with a Hercules and a Jing, you need the Hercules walking up and hitting people before you're ready to blink in. So I would have liked to see Twizzix go in and start pressure, maybe force a dash or something, so that way Emmsie could just blink in on the Ullr with no dash.
Yeah, I don't know. I still think in that situation, especially being Camazotz, because he's trying to apply early pressure, 100% should have just blinked in, especially when they were halfway up the lane. Instead, sat back waiting. So it's just one of those things. Twizzix and BrayG did start pushing, but Steamroller and SuperStiition just backed off.
And this is interesting for me. Instead of Awilix going into boots, we actually see her going into the tier 2 maze. So opting for a little bit more early power instead of the mobility.
He doesn't have to go boots. Boots is more for the power spike than mobility anyways, unless you get movement speed boots. But he's a Awilix. The Suku allows him a lot more movement speed without boots anyway. So Suku on top of speed buff, boots aren't necessary for Awilix. It's just a nice power spike to have, and it gives you even more movement speed. But it's not. I don't dislike what he's doing.
Yeah, and maybe King Boo just had enough gold to go into the tier 2 mace, didn't have enough gold for tier 2 boots right off the bat. So, ShadowPossession dashing in onto Reyhum and Steamroller. Nice pluck back into King Boo. Steamroller gonna go in too, forces the beads on ShadowPossession, and ShadowPossession is gonna go down.
Yeah, but instead, Reyhum's gonna get traded out by Twizzix. Emmsie there with the damage to assist, and Roller and Boo are both low. Possession found himself in a curious spot, but mid laner for mid laner at the end of the day, not a big deal. But Demi, oh my goodness, down in it with the Glad Shield, takes it to Demi. He could not get back to tower fast enough. He did have the ultimate, but I guess just felt like he wouldn't need it. Fortunately for him, down in it's able to just dive that tower.
Yeah, Demi needed that ult. And that's just that unfortunate situation where the Arthur is able to get the back off and buy the Glad Shield first. And so he just has the power spike over Demi, and so now Demi has the power boots. So now Demi can probably fight into the Arthur a little bit better. Unfortunately, just not able to get that back off in time and didn't respect the Arthur power spike.
Now, the one thing I will say about this does give gold advantage over to down in it. However, that XP does not favor him because down in it was already down to Demi due to what he did at the start of the game, which was just really smart to keep him ahead. And I mean, that's the thing about playing York. No matter what lane you play him in, if you want to get ahead in XP, you start your spit, you throw it down where the waves meet, you go to the buff.
Yeah, Jormungandr, known for his excellent clear, and the reason Jormungandr is prioritized so much is because he's hard to kill, his ultimate is great disruption, and he has great lane clear, so why not pick him? Unfortunately, Arthur actually has a pretty good matchup into Jorm, with a lot of knockups and a lot of ways to proc Jorm's passive. Steamroller going low, though. Steamroller falls down there to Emmsie.
Yeah, Reyhum goes into the tackle drums, manages to get one top. Emmsie too far away already thanks to his ultimate. And this is one of the things about playing Camo in the jungle is you do have this capability of going wherever you want. The ultimate makes you damage immune, but you get a lot of free damage and it covers quite a good ground. So overall, good job there from YaBoi. Pick up the quick kill, walk out. And now, echo drums are down. So if you really want, you can just go on to Reyhum.
I'm not sure how Steamroller ate so much poke there, and I don't know if the Camazotz was able to free cast, probably Agni bombs thrown in there as well, but nice job from YaBoi pressuring out the Horus if they weren't going to respect the Agni damage.
Oh, Twizzix trying to get the predictability from Steamroller's dash. Unfortunately, just off the mark with the pluck. That would have been dirty if he had hit that.
That would have been a nice read there by Twizzix. And Twizzix, I thought, played excellently in game 1. I'm so excited to see this Hercules. Oh, nice pluck onto Reyhum. Oh my gosh, the damage.
That was great timing. Twizzix dash as it hits to do damage onto Reyhum. Possession's Agni bomb lands. Unfortunately, though, it's support for mid, so this so far favors YaBoi. Steamroller getting CC'd. Ultimate comes out, misses though, thanks to the dash, and Stitches and Boo are sitting in the jungle, so not much more YaBoi can afford to do with possession being under half health.
We said this was going to be a fun game because of how much fighting there was going to be, and with 6 kills at 7 minutes, almost 8, man, so far we're seeing some pretty fun fights here.
Yup, and even with the first Blood Bunny out, bounty having been claimed by one of these teams, the gold is still relatively even, no actual advantage, maybe about 100, but that, I mean, that's nothing. That's like a ward and a health or mana pot. That is not enough to make a big difference.
Yeah, and so far I'm really liking YaBoi's approach, actually. We said that Reyhum was a huge issue last game, just able to free cast, and Reyhum's now 0-2. So already shutting down, we do see an XP lead for this Agni. So far, good job from YaBoi, identifying what happened last game and then adapting to it.
Yeah, the Agni pick is always a lot of... It's just, to me, Agni's a fun mid laner to play, but he's good against a lot of gods just because once he hits level 5, he's got his ult stun. And then you're just taking a lot of free poke unless he beats.
A lot of aggression with these Agni bombs too. These Agni bombs hit so hard. They were nerfed about a year ago because everyone in ranked was playing the Bancroft's Rush Agni, and it would just destroy you once Agni hits 5. But ShadowPossession farming really well here. We have a 2-level lead, probably about, really, in reality, like a level and a half, maybe not even that. But a lot of 3v3 action here in this mid lane. Steamroller gonna dash in onto Twizzix here.
And then BrayG, though. Twizzix gets CC'd into where he can't really move, having to finally get out, but BrayG makes the rotation. Ultimate coming out of Emmsie. And now Hanime Heroes fighting themselves pushed further back. Reyhum can't really do much, deciding to finally back. I like the decision, but now BrayG is going to take advantage to go back to dual lane, but King Boo instead gets possession in mid, and all down and is here with the Arthur. He goes to the air. Twizzix he just survived way too long.
Yeah, Awilix damage right there. We saw the Agni just get chunked down from Feather Step. Emmsie gonna trade out Steamroller there. Support for ShadowPossession and for Twizzix, I will take that trade all day long.
Yeah, now King Boo, though, having to run, almost getting cut on the jaw. Actually, does look like Emmsie finds him, but with downinit here, it's hard to really do much of anything. BrayG, not a lot of mana, having to burn beads with the axe. Reyhum shows up, gets some damage off. BrayG, is he gonna fall? Finally does with the auto. And back in mid lane, King Boo manages to get out thanks to downinit's pressure being there. Emmsie almost falling, but Demi doing a good job peeling for him.
So immediately we see 2 junglers with nice slash lines right off the bat. So we're looking at Camazotz versus Awilix, and that was a really nice execution in mid lane, pulling Twizzix off of Steamroller's knockup with the Awilix ult. And that's essentially what I'm going to be looking at Hanime Heroes to be doing all game, is just pluck a tank, try to pick the tank, and then can we kill the tank fast enough? And if we can't, then YaBoi is going to counter engage and get off so much damage with Agni bombs. So nice engage by Hanime Heroes and a good turnaround to turn that play around when YaBoi pressured back in.
Yeah. Now, one thing I want to talk about, Twizzix has a much different approach to Hercules than Steamroller did. He's decided to go the movement speed boots, but he's also going Gauntlet of Thieves. Gauntlet of Thieves has been a really staple item for supports this entire season.
And there we saw it again. It was the Horus knockup into a Awilix pull into, can we pick this tank? And there the answer was yes, we can pick the tank. The Hercules dies via the Awilix ult and the Raijin ult. So nice execution by Hanime Heroes, recognizing yes, we can probably kill this Hercules. He only has 14 stacks on his gauntlet. So overall, nice pick from Hanime Heroes.
Yeah, and this is the unfortunate side to Thieves. If you go in and die a lot, you're not able to get your stacks up quickly. It's like building one of the robes. If you don't stack it fast enough, it's essentially useless.
It looks like this Herc is going to be having a hard time stacking it. Overall, Steamroller walking into the jungle, going to get back out with Horus mobility.
Oh, he's looking out, but Twizzix was still in range. The second dash does come through, though, so he does finally manage. But however, YaBoi looks like they're going to go ahead and pressure Gold Fury off of this. Hanime Heroes pushed back. Reyhum is actually backing during this. He does not have his ultimate, so he wouldn't be able to steal with it. Instead, YaBoi are going to start this. Oh, no.
Huge Horus ult onto the Gold Fury, essentially saying, YaBoi, you need to get off this Gold Fury, otherwise we are going to pressure back into you. This is all buying time, though, for Raijin to come back in. So YaBoi need to choose what to do here. We either got to take this fight, or we got to burn this Gold Fury fast, because Raijin's already back.
Yeah, they did a good job there to get some good damage on the Stition. However, they just have not picked this Gold Fury back up. So now they can't afford to continue trying to do it. However, the blink coming out from Twizzix does find King Boo. The ultimate coming out of Camazotz trying to find some, but Steamroller picks up one. Emmsie finally getting Boo on the back end. And Stition is using the Aegis, trying to do what he can. Misses the axe stun. He gets a couple autos in his axe form, but it's not enough with the lifesteal. Emmsie cleans that one up. 2 for 1 so far. And ShadowPossession, just found himself on the wrong end. Steamroller picks that one up. But Emmsie and BrayG are both here. Oh my.
Wow. Wow is all I have to say for that. Reyhum lived for so long there. Even though he missed Raiju, the Camazotz blinked up past the Raiju, which was super, super nice. Nice play by Emmsie there. Looks like Steamroller's going to go down here too. So overall, this is just a bloodbath.
Yeah, Steamroller finally falling. Doing a lot of stalling there, but I think the most impressive part about Reyhum on that Emmsie kill is the fact that Steamroller had he timed that knockup perfectly. So the second Emmsie was next to Reyhum, he couldn't do anything and got blown up for it immediately. And now it looks like you're back in Gold Fury, but that's a little risky to start by yourself there, Herc.
Yeah, Hanime Heroes immediately running back and preventing this Gold Fury from getting started. Demi also on solo side, maybe Hanime Heroes could push this up, but downinit under a little bit of pressure, maybe extended a little too far into this red buff.
It does look like it, but he has yet to fall under half health. He's just Beyblading his way in and out of that fight, and instead it looks like he's in a D ward, Gold Fury. But with nothing happening, his rotation may not have been worth much of anything. This tier 1 and solo looks like it's full, but Reyhum picks up Emmsie in this fight in mid lane as King Boo had to run out. And now, Twizzix forcing Steamroller down. Knockups get down. It takes him into the air. Trico Drums comes out. Diamond's going on Twizzix, who uses the ult. Doesn't really get anything for it. But he's still walking away.
And maybe that Peeps kept him alive. I don't know if that first game build would have kept Hercules alive there. But immediately Hanime Heroes going to this Gold Fury. Downinit's here. Demi is not here. And so Hanime Heroes is saying, hey, Jormungandr is going to be a little late on this rotation. Unfortunate fight for YaBoi, because King Boo gets out with 1 health. Downinit, though, gonna pick up ShadowPossession. So overall, Gold Fury plus a pick. Downinit finally goes down, though.
Yeah, but in the back end, Stition and Ram were doing a good job keeping CC and damage onto Demi. He falls for his transgressions of trying to get that back line. And now, YaBoi are being aggressed on. It's 2 for 1. So they have to be a little more careful here. Hanime Heroes looking to disengage this fight, go back to mid. Steamroller's lurking for Twizzix here. He does not want free aggression on his backline.
And like we said, this game is crazy. Unfortunately, the Awilix ult was off the mark there. Probably could have pulled Jing way back in, but Awilix ult has some weird interactions where if you're not directly looking at the person you need to pull, you're not going to pull the person. And so it looked like to me the Awilix was just like turned a little bit, did not manage to pull the Jing way off of her leap. And so, unfortunate there, but looks like BrayG wants to get this tier 1 tower.
He is trying. Stition went in very low, and he's going to be punished for it by BrayG. That tower was low due to pressure earlier, and BrayG's back is stopped by the ultimate from Steamroller, and he's running. King Boo is here as well. Blinks. Aegis is good. Turns does not get knocked up. He does get held in place, but no damage done thanks to Aegis, but Steamroller at the end of the day just cleaning up. Possession is going to use his Aegis early. Twizzix is here, misses the dash, hits the pluck, though King Boo may be in trouble. The stun is good. Possession, low health, is gonna walk away, and Reyhum is in mid trying to take this tower down. The Pyromancer gets done by YaBoi during all this.
I just want to say, King Boo actually was dead on the Smite UI. He went that low in health. He was actually dead on the UI. So, crazy play there. So, a lot of things happened there that was unfortunate for YaBoi. Awilix, for one, feather steps the Agni bomb stun. So that's one bomb down and the stun down that Awilix just feather stepped over. Immediately though, Demi getting aggressed on, going low here.
And Reyhum uses Taiko drums to finish out Demi. The ultimate out of downinit though to stun Twizzix is good and comes crashing down with Raijin as Reyhum cleans that one up. That's 2 down in this mid lane fight, and it looks like this mid tier 1's gonna have to be given up by YaBoi. And they do just that. ShadowPossession here with Emmsie on the side. Emmsie though does not have the mana to fight.
There's so much action in this game, I can't even analyze what's happened in the previous fights. So, like I was saying, in dual lane, we saw the Agni use bomb stun, Awilix feather steps it, and now Agni's like, well, holy cow, I'm gonna get pressured now. Not able to save BrayG. Unfortunately, BrayG was out of mana, burns the Aegis. And we're talking about relic usage earlier. I don't like that Aegis. BrayG's gonna die there no matter what, because he's out of mana. And then, unfortunately, Twizzix blinks in, and is barely off the mark with Driving Strike that might have saved some of his teammates.
Yep, now mid tier 1 did fall for YaBoi. However, pretty much all tier 1s are down for Hanime Heroes. I'm not even counting this one up in mid because that has no HP essentially. That's one hit. That's free, gonna go down eventually anyways. The towers favor YaBoi 5-3. The gold lead though is almost 3k up for Hanime Heroes as they have the kill lead 16-10.
Yeah, so now we're just kind of in the spot where we might not see as much action. There's not a lot to fight over right now. Gold lead's pushing 3k, XP lead pushing 5k. So, and we have both red buffs side of Hanime Heroes. If I'm Hanime Heroes, I'm looking for something here. There's nothing to fight over, yeah, but they could go fight on the Soul Lane Tower. Gold Fury's not going to be up for a little bit, and then if that's a win for them, they could turn that into a Fire Giant pretty easily.
Yep, where we have 1 minute for this Oni Fury to spawn. And Steamroller looks like he's trying to get something started. Emmsie is going to leap away. ShadowPossession was there. Decides not to use his bomb stun, though. Try and get a quick pick on Steamroller. But now, Hanime Heroes allowed to regroup a little bit. YaBoi doing the same on these neutral Harpies. And King Boo, just all he can do is just watch those go down. There's no stealing those there.
And Reyhum is starting to become a problem again. We saw how much damage was coming out of this Raijin onto the Hercules, and the Hercules just died. Ooh, nice double stun there from ShadowPossession. Unfortunately, not a lot of damage there coming out onto the team. I think that Thebes is doing some work.
Yeah, not a lot of damage at all. He's only got Chronos Pendant, Lifesteal Boots, and Divine Ruin right now, so still waiting on the Soul Reaver Deso to come out for his damage to really be amplified, although he may not go Spear of Deso having Chronos Pendant. So right now, Hanime Heroes want to set up for this Oni Fury, and oh my goodness, the positioning that they're able to get off of YaBoi sitting in mid for so long. And it looks like Emmsie may be a target, but yeah, he's actually going to get aggressed on by King Boo. Demi is here, but Emmsie's just trying to walk away. Members of Hanime decide we're going to leave Gold Fury alone, come in. World Serpent comes out, trying to get some disruption going. So does the ultimate from Herc. And Demi is just full W keying right now. He's taking a lot of damage, though. He does manage to get King Boo. Reyhum trades him out with Psycho Drums. And now ShadowPossession on the back end. Emmsie, though, takes the ultimate, trying to get Reyhum. Heals do come out, but instead SuperStiition takes down possession. Emmsie traded out from down it, all for the one-shot tier 1 tower in mid.
I'm not sure if that was just for the tier 1 tower in mid. It's mainly for the Oni Fury, I think. But overall, I think we just saw YaBoi pressure in a little too fast there. Because, oh my gosh, Reyhum lived for so long and was not taking any damage. He burns the Aegis, but they invest so much trying to kill Reyhum and King Boo that they just don't care. They can re-aggress because they know everything is down from YaBoi. King Boo trades his life for so much there. We saw the Jormungandr ult come out. We saw the Hercules boulder come out. And oh, here we might have a Horus ult over to Fire Giant.
It'll make it as far as neutrals. But yep, it does look like they're going over this Fire Giant side, going for the Pyromancer respawn and get the free gold off of that. And that makes the only one here, but he doesn't have World Serpent. As you mentioned, he used that in that last fight. Which honestly, the W King afterwards took so much damage away from his team. Now down in it, going after 3 members of YaBoi. And King Boo is here trying to catch BrayG. Gets the ultimate off. Gets the Feather Step with the Aegis, so he's going to survive a little bit longer. King Boo finally picks up Hanime Heroes, get the Pyromancer at the same time. And now ImDemmy on the back line. In trouble. World Serpent comes up, so he's going to use that to fall back. It looks like down in it is W King. The back line, though, he does manage to fall below half, so he has to back off. However, Steamroller's up here, and he's trying to give his team an opportunity to get a pick. But with Twizzix here, it's not going to be that easy. So Hanime Heroes back off, want to push these lanes up a little bit more. And King Boo, oh no, King Boo may get a tier 2 for free.
So I want to know what YaBoi was doing in that fight, because we saw the Raijin committing to Pyro. So this immediately should be a 5v4 if they're choosing to dive. If Hanime Heroes are diving into YaBoi. And yet somehow BrayG still goes down? Excellent pick.
King Boo came up from the side unexpectedly, so BrayG didn't have much he could do. Reyhum picks up ShadowPossession though after this fight over by the fallen tier 2 SuperStiition, cleans up Demi. King Boo gets Twizzix when he lands. This is 3 for none with a tier 2 falling. Now Hanime Heroes, they can push this left-hand Phoenix, and this should be a free Phoenix for them.
BrayG ulting out immediately, doesn't want any of what Hanime Heroes is throwing at him, and this Phoenix is going down for free.
Phoenix was down for free, 2 left standing. Hanime Heroes, however, could go straight to Fire Giant if they wanted. I expect them, though, to try and clear up this tier 2 mid and then try and set up around it. Maybe back, spend their gold. But YaBoi, they're going to have to be careful on these defenses, especially for FG with that left-hand Phoenix being down.
If we could pull up gold in hand, I'd love to see how much Hanime Heroes has actually just gotten from all this fighting, because this gold lead was not this big about even a minute ago. But with all that fighting, getting the tier 2, getting a Phoenix, this has just been nutty. This gold lead is now 11k.
Yep. Looking at 10.5k up off of these fights, and oh man, this is one of the things where it comes down to, like you said, the CC out of the jungle, not having it. Emmsie's not been able to really do much on the back line without ulting in, and it's been costing him his life nearly every time. So now Hanime Heroes have just been finding every advantage they could. It's steamrolling down in it by taking 3 members on YaBoi, and they are not taking a lot of damage. Healing coming through even with some anti-heal. Man, this Fire Giant though is going to be very, very important, because if Hanime Heroes get this, I don't know if YaBoi are going to be able to stop a tier 2 and Phoenix Siege.
Yeah, YaBoi, the correct call. They saw that Awilix was low. Awilix has to back. Raijin's probably going to back and spend gold. So let's walk into their jungle and see what we can find. And Steamroller and downinit say, come on in, we're going to fight you, and we're going to beat you down. So now this Fire Giant getting looked at by Hanime Heroes. 25 minutes, not an EFG yet, but this is a hard Fire Giant defense for YaBoi.
And Demi gets deleted. The CC coming from Hanime Heroes just in their backliners. Reyhum with the thunder crashing roots, the stun from this axe, all that attacking his passive. This is now 4v5 in favor of Hanime Heroes. And Possession dashing out. He's below half health though. Reyhum Taiko drums, only managing to hit Twizzix, who uses the ult. Emmsie on the backline though. BrayG off of that picks SuperStiition up off Emmsie's aggression, and Reyhum's under half going for ShadowPossession. And the bomb stun just misses. Steamroller picks up Emmsie. Reyhum getting possession, and now there's only 2 members left, Twizzix and BrayG. Hanime Heroes full advantage. I expect this Fire Giant to be started here.
I'm not sure, actually. With Ullr down, I'm not sure if Hanime Heroes want to start this Fire Giant with a Hercules and with a Jing. Jing getting aggressed on, has to burn the beads. Twizzix under pressure now. Twizzix is going to fall down. There's just so much pressure coming out from the side of Hanime Heroes that YaBoi can't even answer back. Camazotz died with ult, probably mid-animation, because Camazotz ult is not the best ability in the game. But there's so much CC. Demi does not have any match procs right now. So Demi is just going to die over and over and over again to this Raijin. This Raijin is essentially doing true damage onto Jormungandr, and this Jormungandr doesn't have an answer for it.
Yeah. And to the point you were making about with the Herc and Jing, oh my. We look away for 1 second, Hanime Heroes, okay? We look away for 1 second, and you do something. Anyway, back to your point about it being Herc and Jing. King Boo did have the ultimate on Awilix, which does increase her attack speed, so they could have gone for Fire Giant, even without Stition there. But because they decide not to, they just baited more kills out of YaBoi.
Yeah, SuperStiition now back hitting Fire Giant. Like I said, this is a very, very hard Fire Giant for YaBoi to contest. Here we see ShadowPossession in left lane pushing out these Fire Waves, because they're going to lose this Phoenix again if they don't answer these Fire Waves. And they're just essentially saying, hey, we got to give this Fire Giant. We're down 13k gold, essentially. What can we do? What can we do here? If I am YaBoi, I'm not sure how I get back into this game.
They are going to have to turtle in Phoenixes, take every bit of farm you can, and as a team, they're going to have to burn Reyhum and Stition fast. You cannot allow Boo, Steam, and downinit to be on your backline without punishing them at all.
King Boo going in here a little aggressively early. I'm not sure if I like that. King Boo goes down extremely low. BrayG also living, ShadowPossession living. Hanime Heroes got to get on this Phoenix pretty fast, but Emmsie blinking in, it gets immediately deleted.
And Demi nearly falling in the backline. Gets the fountain in time. Downinit though has been fighting 3 members by himself of YaBoi. And this is one of the dangerous things about King Arthur. If you let him stay big too long, he can do what he wants. And Phoenix finally falls. World Serpent though, he's looking for a couple in the backline. Unfortunately, doesn't look like he's gonna find it, but Downinit finally falls with 3 members attacking.
Overall, a little bit of a sloppy siege from Hanime Heroes. I don't like King Boo being the primary engage and primary blinking in there. If he would have waited just maybe even a half a second for Steamroller to go in, or just for Steamroller ult and use that for the engage, King Boo doesn't go down that low at the beginning there. And YaBoi actually have a fighting chance into that defense. So now they're going to answer back, pick up Pyro, and it's just a right Phoenix down. They did, but overall, Hanime Heroes probably going to siege up this left Phoenix as well.
Yeah, I would have liked to see King Boo or somebody from Hanime Heroes push up that mid lane to reapply pressure there this way, because he, especially as a Awilix off that Suku having blink, he could have come in on the side of that fight with downinit fighting. They may have been actually able to find a deicide off of it.
Absolutely. I think King Boo just a little bit trigger happy there. I get it. You're fed Awilix. I get it. I've been there. Everyone's been there. But just calm down a little bit. Take a chill pill. And overall, Emmsie, though, did the exact same thing. He said, hey, I'm going to blink in on 4 people. Immediately gets deleted. Doesn't even get the ult off. And so, just unfortunate. The jungler is a little bit trigger happy here. Yeah,
I think for YaBoi, Emmsie needs to be a little more careful about trying to get on the backline, because he keeps doing it when they get grouped. If he's going to go for the backline, he's got to find a way to wrap, or to wait for Hanime Heroes to commit much harder onto that Phoenix. But with how they're positioning, he doesn't really have that option. So I would like to see him sit back and help protect his backline. So when downinit or King Boo do go aggressive, he's able to be there and help burn them much faster.
Well, immediately Phoenix Siege coming down here. Demi goes down so low. Still no magical protections. Raijin is just shredding this Jormungandr. And now, Hanime Heroes looking for more on this Titan. BrayG has to ult back into Fountain because he's afraid of the Raijin damage.
And now Hanime Heroes rotating through mid. Phoenix Steamroller comes up on the back and gives some heals. Reyhum takes a little bit of poke from Possession's bomb, but downinit is below half health, fighting Emmsie. And now Reyhum catches a couple bombs in the back and below half himself off of that rotation. And YaBoi are going to be able to push these waves up in mid, but they got to be careful about right, as BrayG does recognize and go take care of that. Emmsie looks like he'll probably be the one taking care of left. So now, Fire Giant spawning in a minute 10. I expect the Hanime Heroes to start setting up for this as soon as they get back from their back.
Yeah, absolutely. We can see YaBoi had some words around EFG.
Wait.
Oh, they're horizontal in!
Horizontal to mid Phoenix while YaBoi. Oh my.
Wow. Their brains are so big, I cannot even stand it. While YaBoi is spread out, trying to deal with all this pressure from the fireways on the side lanes, Hanime Heroes just said, hey, we're just gonna Horus ult in on this mid Phoenix. We're gonna take this. Do you mind? We hope you don't mind.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, they just tricked all of us. We all thought they were backing to reset. And because they made YaBoi believe that, they got a free ult onto that Phoenix. No one even reacted. It went down before anyone reacted. And by the time they started to react, enemy heroes were already gone.
It was gone in a flash, in an instant. You blink, you miss it, apparently. And now, Hanime Heroes have triple Phoenix to YaBoi. YaBoi's right Phoenix is about to come back up, but for all intents and purposes, these side Phoenixes and this mid Phoenix, or I should say the left Phoenix and the mid Phoenix, those are the ones you want anyways for this EFG, and so Hanime Heroes can just pressure this for free, essentially.
Yep, Merlin's here possession. I'm not too sure what he was doing alone at Fire Giant. He didn't get a ward out successfully to take down Hanime Heroes. So now YaBoi's catching the... they do have pressure everywhere mid, so I kind of understand. But someone's gonna have to go to mid, clear those two fire waves, otherwise that's gonna be a lot of damage onto their Titan. So they're gonna do what they can to contest. If I'm Hanime, I'm either going on a possession here, or I'm starting this Fire Giant to bait them further.
Yeah, ShadowPossession does have both of his relics up. Everyone has all their relics, except for King Arthur. King Arthur took a little bit of poke, blinked in, teleported back in. So Arthur maybe could be a target. Does have the spectral armor though for the Jing crits. So this is going to be a hard Arthur to burn unless your name is ShadowPossession, and ShadowPossession only has the Soul Reaver and the Divine Rune.
This is not going to be an easy fight for YaBoi. Hanime, they want to get this one started. Twizzix on the back end. Psycho Drums come out trying to get pressure applied to anywhere. Ultimate comes down to King Boo, doesn't do much as he walks away. However, Steamroller's ulting brings downinit with him. Possession gets caught by it. Is the lead. Steamroller picking that one up, and in the back end, Emmsie cleans up Stition, but he's low. He's gonna have to get out here or die. And now Twizzix has Steamroller, but in the back end, Demi is here trying to do what he can. Steamroller picks that one up. downinit, Reyhum, and Roller all here. King Boo is coming back from Fountain, so this is now a 4v3, 2-for-1 in what was essentially a 4v5.
So now we're in a weird spot for YaBoi, because now they have to choose which Phoenixes to defend. And if I'm YaBoi, I'm saying we give up the Fire Giant side Phoenix, we are holding far side Phoenix, and we are going to commit to defending this. But overall, Hanime Heroes not even going to contest this right side Phoenix anyways.
No, it looks like they're going to prioritize enhanced Fire Giant here. Clean up as much of this free gold laying around as they can. Stop YaBoi from really being able to take anything. Sobek comes in from downinit. So now, enhanced Fire Giant's being started. YaBoi are not in a position to contest this at all, but it looks like BrayG is going to try and take a look to do something. He does not actually have the ultimate, but it's not going to be worth it without. So Hanime Heroes, it looks like this is going to go for free, but Twizzix is here too.
Yeah, good job from YaBoi realizing that SuperStiition wasn't going to be back far enough, and now it looks like YaBoi just going to take the fight.
Oh no.
And Hanime Heroes have leashed.
BrayG ulting. Going towards Hanime Heroes' side of the map. Reyhum catches him as he lands. Boy, take the Oni Fury though. Trying to negate some aggression from the minions.
Yeah, I don't hate that play, honestly. BrayG goes down, but overall they're buying more time for their Phoenixes to come back up. They're buying more time for this Oni Fury to go down. And now there's an Oni wave in every lane. That's going to help negate some of the pressure that's been put on them. All their Phoenixes have respawned. So I don't hate that play, honestly.
No, Twizzix finding himself in a spot of trouble now. Steamroller catching him out. However, the Agni bombs are here to cause some chaos. Not a lot of damage, though, being done, except for the King Boo. Twizzix running out for the World Serpent to come in. And he sees a little bit of what he doesn't like. So he's going to go out on the final end, help Possession stay back and safe. As you said, all Phoenixes have respawned. Oni waves in left and mid have actually pushed towards these tier 2s. But Hanime Heroes are going to have to react to that before being able to do any kind of push. And because of this, YaBoi are free to push up the solo side of the map. And now, all that work done earlier, all you've got out of it now are weak Phoenixes up. But if your boy managed to keep pressures up in lane, those Phoenixes are going to find themselves pretty healthy very soon.
Yeah, I will definitely take that. Being able to get all Phoenixes up is a huge weight off of your shoulders. Because now your Titan's not going to be taking poke. Your Titan's going to be healing if your Titan ate any damage. Your Phoenixes are healing. And we've wasted a lot of this EFG already. So, your boy, smart play from Emmsie there to go for that Oni Fury. And like I said, I really don't hate BrayG dying there for that to contest that EFG. It wasted a lot of time.
Yeah, if they had not gotten that Oni Fury, we would probably be talking a different story because Hanime Heroes most likely would have rotated over. But instead, they do manage to, but it looks like BrayG, speaking of, gets caught out, is forced into the ult to get away from Steamroller. That's just Emmsie, who also has to ult to protect himself. And now the rest of your boy falling back into this mid Phoenix. And this is really the only lane they have pushed. I would kind of want to see Hanime Heroes go to this left side and try and force that, leave one over in mid. But instead, it looks like they're going to do the 4-1, 4 mid, possibly one left. But is Boo looking for the ult through the wall?
Maybe looking for a knockup pluck off of King Boo. Oh my gosh, the Agni damage just comes out and rips through King Boo. Demi goes down in trade, but now Hanime Heroes are not in the spot they thought they would be.
You know, downinit getting hit hard by the Agni Bomb, having to back off. Now Steamroller all alone in the back, but Stiition and Reyhum are both taking this mid Phoenix down as it does finally fall. 3 members of your boy were here, but a little too distracted by Steamroller, so now BrayG's up. Oh, the axe. Done! Combo! The full kit! Stiition deletes BrayG instantly. And now this left-hand Phoenix is the target. It looks like it's also going to fall down pretty quickly for free. Oh my goodness.
Ullr damage, and that's not even a full one-shot, Ullr. You have an Aussie? You have a kin size in that? That's not even full one-shot. I mean, Ullr one-shots everything, to be fair. But wow, that Jing got deleted.
Yeah, now while downinit is fighting 3 members of your boy, his teammates are over taking care of the solo lane Phoenix. And it looks like with this, they're going to decide what they're going to want to do next. Downinit's low, and Agni Bomb hits, dropping him a little lower. I think Hanime Heroes, the call is going to have to be to back off. Don't want to risk this too much, because if your boy win this fight, they'll be able to push waves, take one of the 2 tier 2s. So with that, Hanime Heroes try to back off, spend whatever the gold they have. I'm looking at seeing some power pots come online here soon. And Crow, what a 40 minutes of this, man.
This is just a bloodbath, and I love it. I love these games. Unfortunately, ShadowPossession and Twizzix might not be having as much fun as we are, but man, okay, so this is interesting to me. Remember when I was talking about how Demi is getting blown up by this Raijin? So Demi's answer to getting blown up by Raijin is I'm gonna blow up Raijin before he blows me up, and picks up the Soul Reaver in the last slot. Now, I am not a fan of this, to be honest.
I'm not either. You have E-Staff, you have Stone of Binding. Your only other protections are Jade Emperors and Contagion. Where's your robe? Where's even Oni Hunter's garb? He's very weak, and they have multiple forms of CC, so his passive is getting proc non-stop.
Yeah, I love to see a Genji's, an Oni, maybe even a Pesty. I don't care. Get some form of magical defense here, Demi, because this Raijin is blowing you up, and you are getting melted by this. Speaking of melting, Fire Giant gonna go down here to Hanime Heroes pretty fast, uncontested. Your boy have to worry about defending 3 Phoenixes and Titan, so uncontested.
Yeah, this with where they have to split up to defend. They managed to get left lane pushed up in time, but downinit is in mid and attracting the attention of your boy. I'm kind of surprised to see King Boo and Steamroller going towards him instead of this right side with Reyhum and Stiition as they do decide to regroup. But because of the wave clear, all members of your boy are able to fall back in time. Downinit, not near his team, so they're gonna have to be a little bit careful about this engage as King Boo gets CC'd by Twizzix. Damage coming out from possession. Reyhum finds himself half health, but downinit is back. BrayG's getting hit hard as those Twizzix. Down it just does not care who he's up against. He wants to do everything he can. Boo, half health off of his blink. Stition nearly dying. Does manage to fall with possession. And now the members of Hanime Heroes are yet again having to back off. Emmsie goes into the ult to protect himself. Boo on Suku getting out. And they just can't find the pick they need.
Agni bombs are doing so much work in these fights. There we saw Ullr die to Agni dot off of the bomb, I think. Like, so Agni passive into the bomb can apply the dot, and so I think Ullr actually died with the Aegis, by the way. So SuperStiition saying, no, I don't need to Aegis this, and hit buddy, you did. So, unfortunate there. That essentially delays the entire siege of Hanime Heroes, and this left side Phoenix might come back up in time.
Yeah, and one thing I do want to point out, we were talking about more defense, so Demi does sell boots to pick up Oni Hunters. I mean, if he's going to have that, I'd love to see Spirit Robe replace E-Staff or Soul Reaver with it. It gives you even more mitigations, that much tankier. Honestly, I think if he does pick that up, that would cause a lot of problems for Hanime Heroes. Question is he going to have enough gold to do it with whichever item he sells? You never know.
Probably not, I'm gonna guess. Unless they're planning for this game to go another 15-20 minutes. And if I'm YaBoi, I'm saying, yeah, this game probably needs to go another 15-20 minutes if we're gonna look to come back. All three Phoenixes, though, have respawned. 4 members on the side of Hanime Heroes with EFG. And Hanime Heroes need to put on the gas pedal. Their EFG is not going to be lasting that much longer. And these Phoenixes are up. They only have limited time to deal with these fire waves. There's a fire wave in left. That's the last fire wave in left. And there's one more fire wave in right. Hanime Heroes need to go.
Yeah, Hanime Heroes, they did have an opportunity to go. There was 3 in mid, 2 in right. 2 do manage to back in time, though. Down it, though. He's in this Phoenix, and he's having to back out quickly. Steamroller's also half health. Stition is not in there doing damage, so this Phoenix still does manage to fall from Boo and Reyhum. Boo picks up possession. Emmsie trades out Boo. Down it is up there with Steamroller's ultimate coming in, though. He's separating the backline even more. Demi's all alone. He's low, but he's Invis is juking them out. And now the minions are kind of coming in. Not a lot, though. And oh, no. Twizzix is on Reyhum. No follow-up because of the separation. So now the Hanime Heroes, yet again, having to back off.
Only 1 minute and 40 seconds about till this EFG respawns.
Wait.
But BrayG going in, not realizing that they're here. BrayG might be in trouble here.
The ultimate is used, gets him to safety. Reyhum nearly finding the kill. The Raijin didn't hit, so BrayG gets lucky on that part. But that,
What?
he could see that with that passive. I can't believe he went in there.
Yeah, that's a little suspect, I think, from BrayG. I don't know if BrayG just started looking at his phone or something, but you gotta respect that. There's a Raijin right there with EFG. That Raijin will one-shot you. Has to ult away, and had the Aegis, don't get me wrong, but there was no kill potential there.
Oh, and now after all of this delay, possession has respawned. Enhanced Fire Giant has yet again fallen off of Hanime Heroes, but it does spawn in 45 seconds. They're going to take Pyro. Most likely look to back and set up for this EFG yet again. However, both side lane Phoenixes are up for YaBoi, so they only need to push mid lane up to be able to contest this. And honestly, this is probably the one they do need to contest.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're looking to contest and get back into this game, I would be contesting this EFG. So they gotta ward up. They gotta start getting vision on this side of the map. Otherwise, this EFG is gonna go down again, and I imagine that Hanime Heroes can just push down these 2 side Phoenixes easily. Easily. Especially with a Horus and an Awilix to do it. Okay, so real quick though, I want to break down that last fight. Shadow Possession King Boo trades his life for Shadow Possession, and if I am King Boo, I am screaming worth, because Shadow Possession has been doing so much damage with these Agni bombs, that if I'm able as the jungler to trade out my life for that, my team's gonna have such a better time. But overall, Hanime Heroes picks up the Oni Fury, and YaBoi might not be in the best spot now.
No, they will have an Oni Fury fire wave spawning in mid here soon. And now if YaBoi fight too long, they're going to lose to that alone. Down in it though, finding himself low. Demi's here to try and cut him off. He's still managing to survive. The ultimate does come out. 2 ultimates used to pick up down at Emmsie, getting credit for that kill. World Serpent to apply even more pressure onto Hanime Heroes. Emmsie gets another one to Stition. Reyhum kills Demi, but Demi gets a kill. Reyhum actually gets 2 off of this. And now it's just him and Steamroller. Twizzix, BrayG in possession. All aggressive. BrayG gets deleted as he goes up. And now Twizzix in possession have to run away.
Oh no, now the Horus ult's coming out. Raijin's going for more. This Raijin is probably gonna, oh no, Raijin gonna kill 5? That's a delayed quadra kill. Oh my gosh, is this the game?
Twizzix all alone. Reyhum and Steamroller following the Oni fire minion wave. YaBoi have overstepped, forgetting that the Oni Fury was taken. These enhanced minions are coming through. He still has not full cleared them. They are here. Steamroller is knocking him up. Reyhum goes in. This Titan is under half health. These minions are doing damage, and so is Reyhum. Twizzix doing everything he can, but the Taiko drums comes out. He's putting everything he can, and the last one manages to clean it up. That is game 2 off the back of Reyhum's damage. My God, what did he just do?
Wow, that Raijin damage. BrayG got deleted, didn't even make it up into the ult in time to survive. And that's just the classic, we're gonna chase. We're gonna keep chasing. If I'm YaBoi there, I probably would have liked to see them back and worry about those Oni fire waves. And like, I don't know. That chase was so greedy. That chase was so greedy. We had, how much? 69, 70k damage.
70K?
Oh my gosh. Reyhum, hats off to you. You started this game 0-2. Managed to finish it off 13-3. What a game.
As you said, that last push, YaBoi had won the fight. Well, like you said, they just got greedy. And this is, oh man, this is one of the situations where, especially when Oni Fury gets taken by the other team, greed costs games. And it's been shown yet again here in this game number 2. I'm sure YaBoi were excited. They were feeling it. Felt maybe if they could have picked the other 2, they could have ended. But unfortunately, that was an Oni fire wave. And Reyhum, this is why Raijin was banned game 1. Obviously, this is why Raijin was banned. You don't want him going off like this.
Yeah, and Steamroller survived, Reyhum survived, and YaBoi just pressed too far into the jungle. And Reyhum's just like, oh, you're gonna walk into my jungle? Come on in. And unfortunately for YaBoi, Reyhum just did so much damage. And don't get me wrong, ShadowPossession was doing a ton of damage with these Agni bombs too. But between Taiko drums, between Raiju, and Concussive Storm, this damage was just unanswerable.
No. But with that, Hanime Heroes is taking this set 2-0 over YaBoi. I'm TIH Vengeance, joined here by Crowd. This has been the BOTGL Community League Season 1, Week 1. We'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for watching.
Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me